How many of you have been to a zoo? Alright, most of you have. Imagine switching places with the animals you saw. Imagine being forcefully removed from your home and confined to a room. Imagine spending every waking minute swimming in circles in a bathtub or sitting behind a glass wall for other people's entertainment. In zoos everywhere, lions are confined to cages, whales to tanks, and many other animals to small glass prisons. These animals' lives are meaningless. Holding animals in captivity is an obsolete, unethical, and non-educational practice that harms both humans and animals. The captivity of animals holds absolutely no educational value. The captivity isn't like the wild at all. Animals are actually prevented from flying, climbing, or running because they are imprisoned in glass cages. Zoos claim that science justifies the imprisonment of animals, but is getting a whale to splash kids science? Is getting dolphins to do synchronized swimming science? And is getting obese walruses to sprawl on fake icebergs science? No. Visitors spend only a few moments observing each exhibit, choosing entertainment over education. But we wouldn't go to a prison to be entertained by random inmates, would we? There's no educational value in shoving an animal behind a glass wall, and zoo officials should stop kidding themselves into believing that there is. An animal's life is a living hell. They are constantly taken out of their biological comfort zones and placed in unnatural settings. Birds' wings are clipped. Aquatic animals go without adequate water. Animals that live naturally in herds are kept alone. The idea of keeping animals behind cage bars is obsolete. How would you like to be forcefully removed from your home and placed in a jail in some faraway country only to have hundreds of teenagers teasing you all day for doing nothing wrong? Animals are constantly placed under unsuitable living conditions. They lack essential space, variety in their diet, and mental or physical stimulation. They are bored, cramped, lonely, and deprived of all control over their lives. Are we just going to let this abuse stand? Killer whale Tilikum has spent more than a quarter century swimming in circles in a tank the equivalent size to placing a human in a bathtub. How would you like to spend your life confined to a 3x5 box? Oxford University students conducted a study where their data showed that the median lifespan for an elephant in the wild was 56, whereas the median lifespan for an elephant in captivity was 17. That's 1/3 the lifespan of an elephant in the wild. Animals are constantly exploited for a profit. This leads to severe cutbacks that inevitably hurt the animals, often resulting in their own death. Holding animals in captivity, while both terrible and traumatic for the animals, can also have extremely harmful repercussions for humans. March 18, 2004, a 340-pound gorilla breaks out of its enclosure and goes on a 40-minute rampage through a forest, snatching up a toddler with its teeth and mauling 3 other people. But if you were imprisoned in a glass cage your whole life, wouldn't you take any opportunity to seek revenge on your captors? We as a single group need to act. We need to stop patronizing zoos, stop breeding animals, and stop capturing endangered animals. We need to support groups that work to preserve habitats, such as the International Primate Protection League and the Born Free Foundation. Imagine living in a world where animals are not confined to glass cages. Imagine working together for a world where animals are free to live in their natural habitats. And imagine working together to create a world where animals are treated just as fairly as humans. Yeah.